think it goes without saying that it is now impossible to make crappy videos on YouTube. Being a YouTube douchebag trash is as easy as it has ever been. Every camera manufacturer has good autofocus now. Even Lumix with a cheapo third-party lens from Summit Artisans 35mm f1.8 has good autofocus. With all of the audio options we have today, it is impossible to mess up audio. Even though my audio sounds like absolute trash right now because I'm just using a shotgun mic in my kitchen and family room, whatever this room is called, have a lot of reverb, and of course my son is playing on his tablet right there, laying on the couch. This is the telltale signs of a child having a good Asian father. The father is working while the son is given some toys to play, and that's where the son will be the rest of the day, while his father makes little to no money making trash videos on the internet. Before I continue, let me just fix my audio. You are now listening to audio coming directly from this transmitter from the Hollyland Lark Max. Give me 1 second to make sure that's actually what this is called. It is the Lark Max 2. Obviously, from the looks of it, it is just another wireless mic that comes in another pouch, another case. This is something that we've all seen before. This is something that honestly we probably have way too many of. There are way too many different wireless mics out there on the market. So it is very hard to choose. I myself have reviewed probably 18 wireless mics for mirrorless douchebag shooters the past 8 years. So the reality is you could probably buy any one of these ranging from $50 to $400 and you're going to get decent audio depending on how you use it. Sometimes you may need to do a little more editing in post, which obviously these days you have AI and all that bullshit that can completely fix your audio. Even fix the audio right now, going in directly to the shotgun mic to have it sound half decent. But obviously if you want the best of the best, clean audio without having to muck with it in post, ready to go, ready to deliver, you're gonna want to have a decent lav mic or wireless lav mic to record directly into your camera, or in my case, right in this moment, it is being recorded directly into this transmitter, 32-bit float. So it is really hard for me to mess the audio up, even if I speak loudly right into the mic. So there's that. But out of all of the ones on the market, and there's many that I have received from different companies for review, got sponsored, to review them, and they're all good products. If I were to tell you to buy just one, it would be the Hollyland Lark Max 2. This video is not sponsored, and I actually bought this kit on my own after being shilled to by other tube douchers on the internet, and I bought it. Okay, and the biggest reason why I bought it was that it does 32-bit float internal recording directly into the transmitter, but also the transmitter is tiny. Look at the size of this transmitter. As an Asian, all because it is small, it does not mean it is not good and it doesn't work real well. I know for a fact that small things work very well. Case in point, there's a child laying right there. With that being said, let me go through some additional aspects of this mic system and why I think it is the best. No, it is not noise cancellation, which it has. And honestly, with all this AI editing these days, I'd rather just do everything in post and just record clean audio directly into the transmitter or into the camera. And if I have to do something, I'll do it in post. I don't want it baked in. Secondly, no, it is not that it has a charging case, which they all do these days. It is the fact that how versatile this little transmitter is. Obviously, it is tiny, it is small, so I could really clip this anywhere and you will probably not notice it most of the time unless I pointed it out. I have done so many videos with it mounted like this. Where is it mounted, you ask? I put it right here on the side of my hat. I can take it, and although there's so much branding on the microphone, I just put it inside the shirt and clip it like that. And because it's light, it's not hanging my shirt down. This is a very light shirt. But the little clip is just a very inconspicuous gunmetal color, and I could just have it like this, okay? I've used this filming weddings where I would just clip it onto like the couple's vow book while they're doing their personal vows. You know, they have a vow book open.
Just like the day we met when I kindly asked you how many sets you had left on the cables.
And for its size, it takes a lav mic. Not as it is, but inside the kit, it comes with a lav mic receiver, and you connect it via USB-C like so, and then you connect the included lav mic onto your transmitter, and you could hide this transmitter somewhere else, and then you could clip this lav mic wherever you want. If you don't know how to clip a lav mic, you need to start watching other videos. Like, I'm not going through all that for you noobs. Or you could be like any tube doucher on the planet and just hold it like this. But I'm not going to do that right now. I am going to just clip it on my hat. Again, this audio is going to just be recorded directly into the transmitter. I am not doing the transmitter to receiver because the receiver is right here. You just connect the receiver via 3.5mm jack into the camera to record audio directly in the camera, and you're gonna have all of your options here as needed. You could do whatever you want to do on here. You know, change the record setting, change mono to stereo, whatever. You could connect up to 4 transmitters, which you could actually buy these transmitters separately for like under $100 or something like that, maybe $80, and then you connect 4 of them to do like your 4-person, you know, orgy podcast. So the case includes the receiver, 2 transmitters, 1 obviously on my hat, and also like this USB-C receiver, which you could use to plug in your phone and all that. Everything is magnetic. Just pulls, locks into place. Nothing new. This is pretty standard, you know, wireless microphone case. It charges, whatever. You also have these little hair pit, Chinese armpit hairs that you can clip directly onto the receiver, the transmitter, the mic, to prevent wind noises and all that crap. So that's there. But the problem with this kit is there's just too many moving parts. I'm pretty sure if you watch other videos, you've seen that it has this, you know, little monitoring headphone. To be honest with you, I haven't used it and I probably never will. It's cool to have if you're into that kind of thing, to monitor your audio with that, but kind of gimmicky. But the fact that there's so many things inside, it is very easy to lose, especially on a run and gun shoot. And you're going into this bag, you're out in the field, like outside, and you're trying to pull things out. I don't, you know, it's a pretty, like, no matter where you put this stuff, it'll end up getting unorganized somehow. And then you're gonna pull these out, and then it's gonna fall on the floor or something. And matter of fact, I had actually lost one of these 3.5mm adapters for the headphone jack, and I was about to go in this professional shoot, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And although you could buy these transmitters separately and it'll come with this, it was not in stock at the time. So these are things that you're gonna have to think about when you buy this, because if you lose one of these somehow, if you're just using this pouch that they gave you, it's going to be very easy to lose when you're like in a hurry trying to set a microphone up, and these things could easily drop on the floor or something. You may not notice it. So that is one of the downsides. Another feature that is kind of weird to me is that this is not magnetic, but it does have a magnet feature, which you actually have to attach another piece here for it to be magnetic. And I have misplaced it. It is not in my bag. I'm gonna go look for it real quick. So you slip on the little magnetic condom, and then now you could attach the magnet. So now you could do the little magnet thing with the shirt. But in my opinion, I mean, it's just a little bit extra for that feature. Like, I don't know why they didn't just make the actual clip magnetic instead of having to do these extra things. I'm sure this will be a feature in the Hollyland Lark Max 3, which will be shilled by every YouTuber worldwide a year from now. But that's literally the only weirdish thing that, you know, I could think of, really, because 98% of the time, this is how I'm actually going to use the mic. Nothing attached to it, just like this, you know, clipped on somewhere, like this, backwards, like that, to my hat. Thankfully, my head isn't that big. Well, it's a pretty big head, but like, I could actually clip it within my hat, and then you could only see the, you know, the metal clip part and not the whole mic. So there's that. I mean, and in my opinion, the audio is great. And if I don't like the audio quality for whatever reason, I could always make adjustments in post to my liking. But at the end of the day, it's compactness and the fact that it has 32-bit internal recording, and obviously it's going to have a good enough range. Like, you really don't have to be, you know, further back than this for a freaking YouTube video. Like, I don't know who's going any further than that, but that's neither here nor there. With all these little knickknacks that goes into this little Chinese sweatshop pouch, is obviously stuff's gonna fall out. The magnets, the dang 3.5 millimeter adapter. The risk is a real flaw. However, again, most of the time, I know the shoot I'm going to, I may or may not need all these knickknacks. So I also know I probably won't ever use this little cell phone thing. So I just take it out and I have like this extra space here. The little magnet pieces, I could actually just stuff them into that little slot where that phone thing is. And now I just have it with me in this case. So that's one way to keep that. So obviously you're gonna need this 3.5 millimeter. There's no real way to carry it here. And so you're always going to have to carry things like somewhat separately, somewhere on the outside of the pouch. Like, there's ways you could fit certain things in here that you know you're gonna need for a particular shoot. If you wanna take every necessary thing, you are going to need that bag, that pouch. Most videos I do, I actually find myself only just using the little transmitter by itself, and then I just record 32-bit float internally, and it takes me literally 3 seconds to sync. Like, I went to when I went to vacation to the Cayman Islands earlier this year, and I was taking some camera gear with me. I didn't know if I was gonna shoot like a talking head YouTube video or anything, like, you know, during downtime. So I was like, what am I gonna do for audio? And I literally just took this. I just took one of them and I just threw it in my backpack. I knew I just didn't need everything else. Like for just like a YouTube talking head video I'm gonna do indoors, I just bought this. So just in case I wanted to record audio, I had something. And most of the time, this is probably all you're gonna need. Like I could give this to like my daughter and she could set it up on a talent and she'll be able to get good audio, because you set it up for 32-bit photo recording. You don't really have to worry about gain and audio clipping, because again, it's 32-bit float. Hit the record button, you see that it's recording is red, and then you just find somewhere to clip it on the talent. Here, if it's a groom at a wedding, the shirt with the metal part sticking out, the officiant, whatever. It's very easy to just set up and just record internally. It has 8 gigabytes of built-in memory. That's plenty of storage for whatever. I've even clipped this little thing onto like the microphones of the DJ during wedding receptions, and there's no interference, nothing cut in and out, and I got good clean audio directly into this microphone.
Jimmy, you've always been adventurous and funny, but what really stands out is your determination and kindness.
For actually a very low price of $280, it is cheaper than its competition. It's the least expensive one, $280, and it gives you lav mics, and it gives you freaking the little wireless earbud thing to monitor. Great quality and best value basically in the market for now. Until 6 months later, there's gonna be a Hollyland Lark Max 3 where this clip becomes a magnet, and it's gonna be the biggest selling point on the planet. So convenient. Whatever. Links in the description below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time. Lighten up. Hey man, what that on your camera? Just testing out the Nisi JetMag magnetic filter system. They've released this in the 86 to 95 millimeter filter thread size, especially useful for the new Sony 28 to 70 f2 GM. GM stands for Got Money lens. Oh my god, magnetic filter, it rat and unprofessional. Come up too easy. Well, actually, these magnetic filters has a locking mechanism. Not only that, the magnets are already really strong. To lock it, all you gotta do is line up the notches to the white line on the filter adapter. If you don't have nail, that's too hard for your finger to take off. I don't know what you're talking about. The same notches used to indicate where to lock the filter is also there for you to grab onto to take the filter off without touching the glass. Let me show you. Bro, what are you talking about? Quit making stuff up and over-exaggerating. You need to go to Butt and Hole, Nail and Massage. Buy manicure, pedicure with happy ending for only $29.99.